Today, we are checking out another one of Pyrex' videos. This one is for TM Opera O, the Conqueror of Umamusume. All right, if you enjoy this one, click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to go and watch his actual video without my pausing, yapping, and all that shit. I'm just helping to promote it. Hopefully, this is actually helping. I don't know if it is. Go and check out his video. Go and check out more of his videos. In fact, he just released a new video. Go watch that. Let's check out TM Opera O.
There's a saying in Japanese horse racing pertaining to each of the Triple Crown titles. The Satsuki Sho is won by the fastest horse, the Kika Sho by the strongest, and the Tokyo Yushun by the luckiest.
Bro, you know what always happens to me? It's very, very rare that I win all three. The Kika Sho, I can win as well as another, but it's so hard for me to win the Satsuki and the Japanese Derby. It's so hard. If I win the Satsuki Sho, I usually don't win the Japanese Derby. If I fail the Satsuki Sho, I usually win the Japanese Derby. Every time. There are a few instances where I actually nail it and get the Triple Crown. I've probably done it. I've done over like 260 careers, and I've probably got the Triple Crown less than 50 times, for sure. Maybe about 30 times I've gotten the Triple Crown out of 260 tries. It's a pretty low amount. And it's usually because of exactly what I said. I get the Kika Sho at the end, but I only either get the Satsuki or the Japanese Derby.
At the time of writing this script, from 1941 to 2025, only 8 racehorses have achieved the legendary Triple Crown title.
Crazy.
With 5 of those horses being before the year 2000. These 5 racehorses would be Saint Light in 1941, Shinzan in 1964, Mr. CB in 1983, Simbali Rudolph in 1984,
very aware of him,
and Narita Bryan in 1994. The Japanese Triple Crown consists of 3 races of varying lengths: the Satsuki Sho at 2,000 meters, the Tokyo Yushun at 2,400 meters, and the Kika Sho at 3,000 meters. Differing distance is the first of many hurdles a racehorse will face when contesting this Triple Crown title.
Yeah.
These 3 races are all.
That's probably why I fail. Oh, you know what? I probably usually fail because I'm not going hard into speed for the Satsuki. Or it's why I fail the Japanese Derby because I'm not going hard enough into stamina. That's probably what it is. Because also nowadays, I don't buy skills during my actual careers. Very rarely. I only buy skills if I know I want that skill and it is at least 3 hint and I need the skill. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I typically wait until the end of my careers, even on like ace runs, not even just, you know what I mean? Even on my ace runs, I don't be buying skills.
One of the most fierce competitors of their era, making winning all 3 competitions a test of pure strength and racing capability.
It's hard to do, man.
These racehorses can't simply waltz into these races either. Strict regulation were in place to have horses qualify by winning preliminary races. They had to prove themselves before ever setting foot on the turf. In addition, this title is limited to 3-year-old horses only, meaning there's only one shot to even attempt to seize this title.
And this is something I didn't understand back in the Sin Gray days. I didn't understand the whole like Triple Crown and something I've learned through watching more and more Uma and also obviously playing the game.
In previous videos, we've covered up-and-coming stars who contend for the Triple Crown title. Several examples being Agnes Tachyon, Tokai Teo, Mejiro McQueen, and Mihono Bourbon. Even if a competitor isn't able to seize all of these titles, it's rare for their competition to be so fierce that it redefines a horse racing era. Today, we'll be covering a story
redefines a horse racing era
that did just
really
that. A racehorse who, alongside Admire Vega and Narita Toproad, will show the audience one of the most fierce competitions to claim the Triple Crown, only to continue on and cement himself in horse racing history. This is the story.
Oh, I did watch this, Road to the Top. I watched it. So go check out my Road to the Top reactions over on Patreon. Maybe one day they come to YouTube.
Story of TM Opera O, the Conqueror of the Century's End.
God,
TM's racing
beautiful
career is
ending to that
highlighted
race.
in 2 series of the Umamusume anime. These include TM's debut and first year of racing in Road to the Top, and his dominating career that follows, which is displayed in beginning of a new era. The name of the movie itself pays tribute to the end of TM Opera O's legacy and the induction of a new era of race horses. Some Umas in the series have very brief racing careers, while others stack tens of hundreds of races under their belt. The one unique thing about TM Opera O's career is the sheer domination that will follow a fierce competition for the Triple Crown title in 1999.
Damn.
Road to the Top would convey a
Oh.
message that strong competition would bring out the absolute best of a racer's capabilities.
Oh, so after TM Opera O goes through Road to the Top, then it's just pure dominance in senior year?
And
That's
that
interesting.
statement holds true for the 1999 Triple Crown series. TM Opera O was born on March 13, 1996, at the
Okay, brown
Kineas
horse.
Ranch in Urakawa, Hokkaido. TM's sire was Opera House, a famous racehorse from Great Britain. He had earned the title of European champion in 1993 after winning multiple G1 races. Just like Sunday Silence, an American racehorse that would be brought to Japan, Opera House's strong racing capabilities made him a contender to be a breeding stallion, leading to his transfer in 1994. The TM in Opera's name are the initials of Masasugu Takezono, the president and owner of TM Kinen. Takezono would be the one to bring Opera House to Japan and begin the
Yeah, you see that a lot. You see that a lot with there's like a part of the name that's like Mejiro, right? TM, and a lot of the others.
process of turning him into a breeding stud. Opera is in honor of his sire, Opera House, and the O signifies king in Japanese. This is a common
Oh, Osama. Oh, that's what the O is for. Oh.
suffix used in Japanese racehorses' names, with another prime example being Sakura Bakushin O. Despite the impressive
Oh, that's why she's got the O.
display of dominance TM would show in future races, the start of his career will come with a few roadblocks. TM debuted on August 15, 1998 at the 2-year-old newcomers race where he'd placed second overall, a staggering 6 lengths behind the winner classic
Damn.
race.
Yo,
where
this one
TM
had
debuted on August 15th,
struggled to come out of the gate right there.
1998 At the
He was like,
two-year-old
nah, I don't want to
newcomers
race, bro. I
where
don't
he
want to do
placed
it.
second overall, a staggering 6 lengths behind the winner classic stage. This race would also result in TM having to rest for 3 months due to a leg injury following his debut. Though his first
Damn.
race was on a turf-based track, TM's following 2 races would be on dirt, where he'd suffer a
Interesting.
4th place finish before earning his first victory at the 3-year-old make debut. At this point,
Okay.
it was clear that TM had potential, and so his trainers aimed to condition him to be up to par to participate in the classic races that followed. The participation of TM Opero in the classics wouldn't have been possible had he been born several years prior. At the time of TM's career in 1999, a major rule change had hit the JRA, all thanks to the legacy of
Oh, wow. Yo, TM Opera O's legacy affected by our girl, boy, Oguri. Wow, that's awesome. I love that.
one
That is
action
amazing.
racehorse, Oguri Cap. This rule change I'll explain shortly, but the gratitude of Oguri's legacy and his impact on TM
Is Oguri big for inheritance and stuff for compatibility with TM Opera O as a result? No, definitely not TM Opera O. TM Opera O is 20. Vodka is the best. Okay, switch that then. Recommended. Damn, really? Bro, there's so many horses I need, chat. I need a lot of horses. I need a Silent Suzuka, Mihono Bourbon, Taiki Shuttle. I need them pretty desperately. All right, anyways. Sorry, distracted.
are personified in Road to the Top, where TM Opero expresses her gratitude for Oguri's belief in her racing capabilities. The inclusion of Oguri witnessing Opero's races are also a tribute in itself, the rule change being implemented a year
Give me your account so I can play on it. I would never do that because I would never break the rules and the sanctity of being a trainer. I would never let somebody else train my horses. These are my horses. I'm the trainer. I would never do that.
after Oguri Cap's retirement in 1991. Oguri Cap needs no introduction, and deserves a whole documentary-length video just for his staggering career in the future.
Dude, really? Wow, dude. I want to see. Yo. Actually, though. Oguri, damn. Okay. Damn.
However, I'll summarize it briefly to emphasize the impact he left on the racing world. Oguri Cap was denied entry into the classics in 1988 due to his failure to register the previous year. This was a requirement at the time by the JRA. However, due to Oguri's sheer dominance against strong competitors and his sudden boom in popularity, public outcry soon ensued not only by fans, but fellow critics, trainers, and jockeys alike. Petitions were
Damn.
signed, attempts were made, and negotiations set to mend the rules and allow horses who miss a registration date to still be able to show their talent against Japan's best in the classics.
Wow.
Unfortunately, for Oguri Cap, he'd be denied entry to participate, the JRA
Damn.
refusing to mend these rules so suddenly.
Yeah, we saw that in the Cinderella Gray videos or episodes. I hope we can make Cinderella Gray available to you all again. You know, like show those again on the channel. It's all on Patreon for sure, and I kind of want to make it available again. But Cinderella Gray is truly the show that got me all the copyright issues I had. I got hit with 3 copyright strikes, in danger of losing my channel because of Cinderella Gray reactions. And then there were a couple of episodes from season 2 of Umamusume.
This didn't stop the public from pushing the matter, and the sheer support of Oguri Cap was so strong that the JRA could not simply sweep this under the
You could try negotiating with them. It doesn't work like that. It just genuinely does not work like that. They will not say, "Oh yeah, no, it's okay." No. There's nothing I could do. If I told them, "Hey, take all the money," and then no. They don't care. That's the thing. It is no real negotiating. Neil did it with Shangri-La. Neil was able to upload the Shangri-La reactions and just not make money from it, right? Yeah. And like, I wouldn't mind like not making money if we're getting a lot of views. And they said that he could only do 5 episodes. Damn. Did he finish it at least over on Patreon or something? No. He just stopped after the 5th episode himself? See, this is why I wouldn't even negotiate. I don't want to be told you can only do this or that. Come with a cease and desist or something, you know what I mean? Make it a legal thing, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, you're right, I'll do it.
rug. The pressure built up to the point where the JRA changed this rule in 1992, allowing racehorses a late registration into the classics.
In 1992,
albeit
okay.
with a highly inflated price. This change would be
Wait, with a highly inflated, what is the price?
to the classics, albeit with a highly inflated price.
Like monetary price?
This change would be referred to as the Oguri Cap system following its implementation. Iwamoto, TM Opero's trainer, was insistent to pay this hefty fine to showcase TM's capabilities against strong
It's
competitors.
a few million? Damn.
By this point, TM Opero had already met the requirements to join the classic races, having achieved a first-place finish at the Mainichi High on March 28, 1999. Takezono, due to TM's potential and Iwamoto's belief, would pay the 2 million yen fee to register TM Opera O into the classics. The original plan was to train TM to compete in the Tokyo Yushun. This would mean missing the Satsuki show, which would take place on April 18, 1999.
Okay.
Takezono expressed concern with such a high-level race being so close to TM's Mainichi win. Once more, Oguri Cap's legacy would impact the trajectory of TM's career.
How?
Despite Takezono's doubt of TM's capabilities for the Satsuki show, Tsutomu Setoguchi, Oguri Cap's trainer, encouraged him to compete. And so, on April 18, 1999, TM Opero would enter the racecourse alongside his jockey, Ryuji Wada. TM would be placed against 2 strong competitors in this race, Narita Top Road and Admire Vega. TM, against all odds and at the disbelief of Iwamoto, would surge to the front of the pack within the final leg of the race, surpassing Vega and Top Road, claiming a win at the Satsuki show.
Damn,
this
right
didn't
at the
only mark
end,
a major
bro.
victory for TM Opero, but also would be a moment in horse racing history. TM
In the movie, Oguri gave a pep talk to Opera 2. Damn. That's how terrible my memory is? I don't even remember that. Oguri giving a pep talk to TM Opera O? I didn't watch the movie. I watched it as 4 episodes. I imagine it still happened in the episodes, though.
Opero would be the first
food
late
court. Oh, wait,
registered
maybe I do
horse
remember it.
under
In the food
Oguri
court?
Cap system to seize a victory at the classics. This also was a historic moment due to Ryuji Wada, TM's jockey, being the youngest jockey in history to claim a classic victory. This victory, however, did come at a cost. TM had been badly beaten by the sheer amount of whipping Wada had given him in the final spurt. Iwamoto, displeased with this level of mistreatment, would scold Wada, resulting in a shift in his riding method with TM Opera O. This method would rely more on Opera O's final leg of the race, and seizing victory at the very last moment. As the year progressed, TM Opera O wouldn't be able to find his footing in order to claim another win. From the Tokyo Yushun, held on June 6,
Interesting. How much whipping did he do? Damn. Hey, I will say, kind of worked, though. It is animal abuse, but also, like, y'all motherfuckers are riding them and turning them into a sport. I mean, It's not like you're paying the fucking horses.
1999 to the Arima Kinen held on December 4th, 1999, TM would see second and third place finishes overall, despite TM's inability to claim the triple.
They said if it was an experienced jockey, Team Opera O could have won Triple Crown. Oh, so they blamed him for not being an experienced jockey? All right, whatever.
Crown title. His participation in the classics alongside Vega and Top
Did they end up switching off of him in the senior year, or did he gain the experience by then?
Road would bring in thousands to the racecourse. Vega would seize victory at the Tokyo Yushun, while Top Road claimed the victory at the Kika Show later on. This will result in these three racehorses being seen as one of the greatest rivalries for the classic titles.
He
Clearly
stayed with him?
displayed in Road to the Top, the rivalry was definitely something that drew in crowds by the thousands.
Awesome.
Despite the
That's
popularity of TM during 1999, the lack of victories frustrated Takezono, resulting in the demand to remove Ryuji as TM's jockey. Several losses were attributed to Ryuji's inability to make critical decisions as the race continued against strong competitors. For example, the defeat in the Kika Show would be due to Ryuji's inability to properly pursue Narita Top Road and keep a lock on the first place position, resulting in a late surge and a lackluster performance. Iwamoto would stand by his pupil, stating that he'd retire training TM if Ryuji was replaced.
Damn, wow. Yo, balls for him to say that. Listen, I'm done training your fucking horse if you kick him out. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. That's fucking loyalty right there. Yeah, well, I mean, he probably felt super hesitant after he beat the shit out of the horse with the damn whip thing. And then everybody's like, hey, you whipped him too hard. That's bad. And then he was like, oh, well, I don't, okay, so maybe I should whip him less? I mean, I don't know what to do now. It worked. He did the thing that made them win. And then you said, hey, you can't do the thing that made us win. And he's like, what do I do now? So of course he's going to start losing because now he has to change his methods.
Begrudgingly, Takezono will retain Ryuji's position as TM's jockey, ending his classic career in 1999. Though Takezono had doubt of Ryuji's synergy with TM, the following year would prove to shatter all expectations.
All right, let's see it.
Entering the new year, Ryuji would continue
I don't even know
to
which
jockey
one
TM
is
Opera.
This one, right? Is this one Opera? Or is it the one out here? I think it's this one, right?
From the beginning of his career all the way into retirement. TM's nickname,
There is a law for unnecessary whipping.
the Conqueror of the Century's End, would surface after an undefeated year of racing in the year 2000. Up until this point, it was unheard.
Damn. Ayo, domination. Kyoto Kinen Hanshin. Oh, hey, yo, whoa. 5 in 1 year? 5 G1s in 1 year? The Spring Tenno Show, the Takarazuka Kinen, Tenno Show August. This is literally what I aim for right here. I try to do this with myself, except I don't do any of the G2s because we got to train stats too, brother. Like, what are we doing out here? I mean, if I didn't have to train stats and I could just go for it and they were somehow learning stats as they race, that would be awesome, but we don't. So I got to train stats. So I'm not hitting any of these damn G2s. And I'll normally do the same thing because they're going to force me to do the spring, right? I'll hit the Takarazuka if they force me. If not, then maybe I won't. And then, if I have to do the Spring Tenno Show, I'll do the Autumn Tenno Show. If I have to do the Autumn Tenno Show, but I don't have to do the Spring, maybe I'll skip the Spring because the Spring's hard to win unless you're like really deep on the damn stamina. But I always try during the senior year to hit the Japan Cup before the Arima Kinen because almost every horse does the Arima Kinen. Sometimes I'll even go, sometimes ballsy, I'll go Tenno Show, Queen Elizabeth, Japan Cup, train Arima Kinen. Just depends on how many races I've done, if I need the skill points, if my stats are already good, if I'm doing a parent run or am I doing a ace run, it all just depends. Like if I'm doing an ace run, I'm probably hitting as very little races as possible.
For a racehorse to win consecutive races at this degree. Each of TM's races were either medium or long distance tracks, having participated in every graded race possible in the year 2000.
Damn.
TM would also display a back-to-back victory in both the Autumn and Spring Tenno Show, a feat only accomplished 2 times prior. These previous victories being with Tamamo Cross and Special Week.
Wait.
in both the autumn and spring Tenno show,
Oh, autumn
a feat
spring
only
Tenno show. Okay.
accomplished 2 times prior. These previous victories being with Tamamo
Spoilers.
Cross and Special Week. TM's wins of every possible graded medium and long distance race is still a record undefeated to this day. In addition, TM would set a record with 8 undefeated races in the year 2000,
Damn, that's
as
crazy.
well as the most G1 victories in a year being 5 in total. One of the most
Damn.
notable races for TM would be his participation
That's
in the
awesome.
Japan Cup, resulting in a first place victory. This would mark the 3rd consecutive win of Japanese racehorses, adding to the victories of El Condor Pasa and Special Week in the past few years.
And here comes fantastic light. This is for the Emirates table.
Let's go.
Hit the front. TM up low. The Japanese legend.
There you go.
Fantastic
There you
light
go.
trying to get him. TM up low.
Damn, by a head? By a neck?
By a head.
Maybe.
In a thrilling finish.
Damn.
Fantastic light, maybe second from Micho Doto. Either way.
TM's
Wow.
exceptional performance would also allow him to set a record for the highest earning racehorse in history, taking home
shit.
a total of 1.8 billion yen.
Whoa.
This record would stand until 2017,
Oh.
when Kita-san Black would barely surpass it. These victories
Whoa.
also showcase a strong
shout out to
bond
Kita-san
between
Black.
TM and Ryuji. Unsurprisingly, the undefeated year would lead many to see them as one of the most iconic jockey-horse duos in Japan. As beginning of a new era showcase,
The record's been broken now, though, again. Of what? Oh, yeah, Kita-san surpassed. Was there somebody else after Kita-san? Almond Eyes won 9 G1s. Who the fuck is Almond Eyes? Damn. Is that a new horse? Equinox's son? Almond Eyes is an absolute beast? Who the fuck is Almond Eyes? A mare. Almond Eyes is a mare? Oh my God. Brother, we gotta get, Almond Eyes? Chat. Is Almond Eyes nowadays? When's Almond Eyes? What year is Almond Eyes? What year is Equinox? Can they possibly, when they retire? Almond Eyes won hers in 2018. Equinox retired in 2023. Or maybe Kita-san and Almond Eyes? Is Almond Eyes birthing? Oh, I think they kind of like are like very, you gotta pay a crazy amount. Not for the stud, but for the mare, right? A crazy amount for sure. Equinox is Kita-san Black's son. I'm aware of that. Also, they both mated with Almond Eyes? Of course they did, dude. I want to see those offspring. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, when? Aren't there offspring? They probably already had their careers by now. Kita-san and Almond Eyes' daughter starts racing next year? Chat. Are we going to start following Japanese horse racing? Chat, I'm about to fucking place a bet through fucking Suzuki-san or something over in Japan. Here's $10,000. Put it on there, kid. That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. That's insane. Kita-san's son, Crew du Nord, is participating in this year's lock. Ooh, Same race El Condor Pasa was in, the French one. Yeah. The one that Satono Diamond went to. Yeah. Cool, dude. That's fucking interesting. Oh, I love this shit.
TM's dominating legacy would allow other strong competitors to be born to challenge his reign. These being Jungle Pocket, Agnes Tachyon, Manhattan Cafe, and an Uma displayed as TM's best friend, Meisho Dodo. Entering the year 2001, TM, much like his 1999 racing career, would see a mix of placements overall.
So 2000 was dominant, and then 2001 started off, right? 4th place in a G2, but then a first, a second, a first, a second, and then ending with a 5th place in the Arimakinen. Dude, interesting here. This is cool. In the Tenno show, Spring Tenno show, long race, beats Meisho Doto. And then in the Takarazo Kakinen, loses to Meisho Doto. Agnes Digital's here in this one. Jungle Pocket's here in this one. Jungle Pocket takes the Japan Cup. Manhattan Cafe takes the Arimakinen. Interesting.
Participated in during 2001, he'd only placed first in 2, with the lowest placement being his final race at the Arimakinen. Originally, TM's trainers had planned to set the record for most G1 victories after the undefeated year in 2000. TM would have 7 total G1 victories in his career, tying the current record. However, Meisho Dodo would upset the chances of breaking this record by defeating TM at the Takarazuka Kinen on June 24, 2001. TM would retire following his race in the 2001 Arimakinen, ushering in a new era of horse racing. TM's
new
dominating
era.
race
Got it.
history will
Okay.
result in him being named
Bro, we need season 4 ASAP, bro. We need new season. When's the new season? We need to know. Oh, well, I guess we're doing Sin Gray. Fuck. All right, fine. We'll do Sin Gray this year. Next year, new season. No. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Well, we're not gonna get a new season of motherfucking Hikaru. Not that yet, right? Not that soon. I mean, it's like there's not a ton of chapters. So, Sin Gray next year. No Uma. 2027 Uma, maybe.
Horse of the Year in 2000, and in 2004, he'd be inducted into the JRA Hall of Fame.
Awesome.
Unlike the other
Awesome.
horses
Deserved.
we covered in past videos, TM Opero didn't see much success as he became a breeding stud in retirement. Being
Oh,
from a
interesting.
lineage of European horses, TM's career was a miracle in itself. TM's pedigree
Oh.
is suited for horses being raised and raced outside of Japan. And due to this, many of TM's offsprings were unremarkable in performance on Japanese racecourses. Sadly,
Interesting.
due to this fact, interest quickly declined over time due to the unsuccessful offspring TM sired. For the remainder of his
Aw.
life, TM enjoyed retirement away from the racecourse. He passed away suddenly at the Hakuban Bokujo farm in Hokkaido at the age of 22 years old, after
Aw.
suffering a heart attack. Though his life had ups
Aw.
and downs,
That's
TM Opero is
sad.
still regarded as one of the greatest racehorses of all time in Japan.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
Even with
That's
the
an
inability
insane.
to seize a triple crown, Opero had solidified his capabilities on the racetrack,
That senior year,
earning
crazy.
record-breaking
That's a good
amounts
senior year.
and gaining the adoration of thousands. A racehorse who ushered in a new era, personified as a prideful Uma with a love for racing and a desire to stand atop her competition. This was the story of TM Opero,
Awesome.
the conqueror of the
Awesome, dude.
century's end.
Cool,
Did
dude.
you enjoy this video? And who
Show
should
some
I
love.
cover next?
Go watch Pyrex's video. Go to Pyrex's channel. Subscribe. Look, dude, do that. Also, don't forget to wait. What the fuck? Oh, maybe I was subscribed. Oh shit. Oh, I think it just broke. Oh, I think I was subscribed. It was just bugged or something because you see how I clicked it and it just said I was not subscribed. So I probably was subscribed. Look at that, dude. Look at that shit. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay. Turn on the notification too, because he's putting out these videos. He's got a new video out. This one right here. I'll always love you. The bittersweet ending of Still in Love. Umamusume career. Wait, what? Wait, what is this? A twisted tale in Umamusume. Interesting. This will be an interesting video. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. That's very interesting. Very interesting. All right, man. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on TM Opero's career down in the comments. Make sure you go watch Pyrex's video. He breaks down these careers really nicely. Show some love over there. Don't just watch my reaction, please. For the love of God, go over there and show some love on his videos as well. So that way he can continue growing. So that way I don't feel like a piece of shit for reacting to it and then like stealing views or some shit. Okay, don't let me do that. All right, be a cool person. Check out his videos. And don't forget to leave a like. And also comment, dude. Comment on his videos as well. All right, cool. That's what we'll do. Appreciate you all. And I hope you all have a great day. Till next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.